Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany Garcia and I'm a librarian at the San Jose Public Library. Today I will show you how to make salt dough. You can use salt dough for a variety of things and I will show you right now how to use them. Many have used salt dough to make pendants, ornaments, or little statuettes. Many have also used it to get imprints, such as getting a handprint or a fingerprint or maybe even a seashell shape out of it. I also see this as a nice little science experiment for young children, as you can test out heat and how there are a variety of ways to cook this. For the main ingredients you will need water, flour, and salt. You can use a measuring cup like this to combine everything and mix it, or you can use a simple measuring spoon or cup like this. This is a 1/4 cup. If you don't have a large measuring glass cup, go ahead and use a mixing bowl like this. You will also need a mixing spoon. I'm going to use my wooden spoon here. To get a 1/2 cup of flour, I'm going to use the 1/4 cup twice, because if you add 2 1/4 cups, it's going to make a 1/2 cup. This is the easy way to do it if you don't want to dirty another measuring cup. And 2. Now I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of salt. And so that would be just one time here. And remember, it's a 1/4 cup. So lots and lots of salt here. And then mix it a little bit here. Now get my 1/4 cup of water and just add a little at a time. Get it really mixed in. Let's see how that goes first. Now you can use your hand, but I'm going to use a glove to really mix this up. Now to really mix it, I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the bowl now that it is well mixed and just move it around, get it into a real nice shape before I start pulling it apart and using the dough. Now that the dough is ready to be shaped, I am going to go ahead and start pulling it apart. For my first creation, I'm going to create a starfish. To create a starfish, I'm going to need 5 long pieces of dough, sort of like long logs here. I'm going to go ahead and break off a piece since that was thick enough. I'm going to roll out the other one here. A little excessive there, so I just pulled off a little piece off of it. And that's about the same size. Move those out of my way so I can start rolling out more. Now is the time that you'll need to decide if you're planning on using the oven or if you plan on having this figures on a sunny surface, such as on wax paper and also aluminum foil. Maybe leave it outside for a few hours, possibly like 3 to 6 hours outside in a very sunny hot spot. Or you can place it in the oven. There are various ways to do it. I'm going to put in the text right here as the options. If you're going to leave this outside for 3 to 6 hours, I would highly recommend getting wax paper and aluminum foil or a paper plate, but the paper plate would be hard to pull off. And then putting together your starfish. I made the mistake of accidentally doing it on my little cutting board first. I should have put it on the wax paper. Because I don't have wax paper on hand, I'm going to use a paper plate. I'm going to grab a toothpick and just make a whole bunch of little holes. If you don't have a toothpick, that's okay. You can use a pencil or just something else that's a little sharp. But I have toothpicks, so I'm going to go ahead and use it to make a whole bunch of little holes. Now I'm going to try making a pendant. I'm going to make a simple heart shape here. First rolled it, then flattened it, now I'm shaping it. And after I finish shaping the heart, I'm going to make a little hole on the side so that later on I can possibly put a ribbon or string through it. Now I'm just going to make a simple little dough with and add my initials onto it. Maybe have it placed on the side with rocks or something, or I can do different things with this dough material. Now that I'm done making things with my dough, I can now go ahead and either bake them or place them outside. I'm going to go ahead and place them outside for 3 to 6 hours. And as you see here, they are done. They are nice and dry. Now the back side was still a little wet. This is the 3-hour mark here. So if you do do this outside, then I would recommend baking it for like about 6 hours. So maybe like flip it over after 3 hours. But as you see here, it is mostly all dry. It's just a tiny bit still wet on the back side here because this is the 3-hour mark. But if you bake it, I'm sure it will be cooked all the way by now. So if you do use a paper plate, make sure to pull it off gently to try to avoid pieces sticking to the plate. So as you see here, it's stuck a little bit, my starfish. You'll want to be very careful when you're pulling it up, maybe even use a toothpick, kind of like in a spatula way to easily pull it up away from the plate. So I'm going to dig it in a little bit to separate it. You could try using a spatula. I wouldn't, only because it will try to pull the whole thing off, and we need to just break it away from the paper plate gently, a little at a time. So some of the parts of the starfish were breaking off a little bit, but I pressed it all together again, and yeah, this is the final product. I hope you have enjoyed this activity and will be able to use it for not only a creativity but for a science project. Thank you for joining me in the San Jose Public Library. Please take a few minutes to fill out our program survey. For a complete list of other virtual programs, please visit sjpl.org/virtual programs. Also, don't forget to follow us at San Jose Library on Facebook and sign up for their newsletter at sjpl.org/e-newsletter to stay informed of all things SJPL. Have a great day.